Hey guys, what's going on? FI Pawn here, and welcome back to Blade of Spire 2. Since we last left off, we did try to accomplish 2 runs with, well, one with the whole, we tried the Necrobinder, and we tried the other character, the Regent. And, yeah, now we're going to be moving on to the last one, and a very favorite of everybody, I would wager, the Defect. So, yeah. Before we get into the Defect run, I would like to explain how runs are going to be going henceforth. So, as you probably know, runs like these can always fail. Like, that's inevitable. Sometimes you'll get a good run, sometimes you won't. What I'm basically going to be doing is I'm going to be streaming this on Kick, Twitch, that sort of thing. However, I will only be posting successful runs henceforth on my YouTube channel. So that way you guys are actually looking at content that actually gets us through, whether it's being scraping us through the next act, whatever, or it's just overwhelmingly powerful. I digress. That's basically the sit rep, and what... Well, I guess I should probably also explain. We will be playing a character until we get a win, and just cycling through each character one carrot at a time. So that way, every character is getting a proper showcase, and the more I win, the more videos you guys get. But I digress. Without further ado, let's play the Defect, and let's get into things, and see what happens. Alright. Construct. What do you become? Alright. We can either lose all of our gold and choose 1 to 2 packs of cards to add to our deck. We can upgrade a card, or we gain 1 card reward and procure 1 random potion. I'm going to go with the Lost Coffer here. We get a fire potion and a card reward. We get a choice between these 3. Let's see what we've got currently. We've got 4 strikes, 4 defends, a zap, and dual cast. Zap allows us to channel lightning, and dual cast evokes our rightmost orb twice. We'll get into what orbs do in a moment, but for now, let's just focus on what we can do. Uproar would be a very interesting way to go about things. I think for right now, we need to go for the eyes. That's just going to make it more likely for us to survive. Having that reduction to damage would go well. As for where we go... First, we should probably start with getting up to the chest here, and then we can decide where we go from here. Well, either a chest from here or these 2 areas, I should say. As for where we go, I'm actually going to take the rightmost path here, I think. We want to get as much question marks as possible here, and mix with combats as well. By this point, I think we can confidently go to a shop here. And if I'm feeling lucky, I can go and deal the elite before I deal the boss. Or I will just go and deal the normal enemy into the campfire into the boss. Depends how I feel. But I think at the very least, either 1 or no elites should be the good standard. But yeah, let's go. We got really unlucky here with this guy. I can evoke my orb twice. Depends if I want to take 6 damage. Let's play it safe and just not take damage this time. Bugger it. Probably wasting a potion here, but let's not get damaged on the first turn, at least. The first time you play a 0 energy attack each turn, return it to your hand. That would play into go for the eyes quite a bit, but we don't have enough cards to warrant Feral just yet. Hologram. Gain 3 block, put a card from your discard pile into your hand, but exhaust. Deal 5 damage. If you played fewer than 3 cards this turn, draw 1 card. That is free card draw, I'm not gonna lie. I think what we need is Hologram here, because it discards and it will allow us to pull a card from our hand. It's just free card draw. Well, a 1-cost card draw anyways. Okay. That's 6, that's 8, so I'm probably going to want a full block here just to play it safe. Okay. Let's block here, and then we'll throw it in a, back on you. Take some damage, can't be helped. Here we go. We'll weaken you specifically, there we go. I could do Hologram, and that would bring in another attack. Or I can just straight up kill, which is probably what I'm going to do. There we go. And then I could throw in a go for the eyes again to get that weak. Not that we needed it, but hey. Might as well use it. And we can just dual cast here. And done. Not too hard. Let's see. Sweeping Beam. Deals 6 damage to all enemies, draw a card. Deals 7 damage, draw 1 card for each unique orb you have. Or Synchronize. Gain 2 focus this turn for each unique orb you have. Exhaust. I think we're going to go with Sweeping Beam here. It's just going to give us a slight bit of AoE that we could potentially use in a pinch. Plus it's card draw, so it works out. There we go. Prioritize the defense just so we minimize damage. Alright. We'll Sweeping Beam just to see what we get. Go for the eyes is perfect. There we go. Defend Strike. There we go. Not got a strong setup early on, but hey, maybe there is something good here. And if I do Hologram, I can't really draw anything else, so yeah. But the lightning will cover it, so there you go. What else we got? We've got Claw, Refract, and White Noise. Glass Orbs deal damage to all enemies, and it decreases damage every turn. Add a random power into your hand. It's free to play this turn. White Noise could be good, but early on, a Claw might be decent. We do have the means to pull it via Hologram, to be fair, so we could do a Claw deck. And just prioritize scaling this 1 Claw. I think I'll see how the Claw does. Why not, right? Our deck doesn't seem to be leaning into any orbs, so that is something that we'll have to keep in mind. Going via the map, if we take the route intended, we will get to a shop, so it is actually beneficial we take a greed here. We're going to get a lot of gold, and we can just remove it, to be fair. So when we get to that point, we will remove the greed and go from there. I did not get lucky on the roll here. So I'll just take the hits, and just aim for the, yeah. Ooh, he's got a nasty one, huh? You know what? There we go, get the kill. Make it easy for us. Alright. Here's where things are going to get interesting, most likely. We've got the choice between Leap, Lightning Rod, or Gunk Up. Lightning Rod would be funny to go with, because we would channel lightning every single time with it. Or ever after, for the past 2 turns, anyways. I don't think our deck is going to be prioritized into that. So we're actually going to go with Leap, I guess? Leap would be a good reason to get rid of defense, or we just need some more defense, I think. So Leap would actually go really hard here. I'm going to take that. Alright, what we got here? We can either observe the chef, or spend a lot of gold to feast. I am actually going to save my gold here, and just upgrade a random card. We upgrade the dual cast, so we evoke our rightmost orb twice, so that's nice. Let's see what else we get. Ah, cheese. Okay, we can either take the chosen cheese to gain max HP each combat, or we can go for common cards. I think what we need to do is consolidate our deck, so we're going to gorge here. We can choose 2 of any of these cards to add to our deck here. Let's go with Cool-Headed. And I could do Sweeping Beam again, just to get another attack card out of the way. Beam Cell is tempting, though, because it would add vulnerable to the enemy. But also a Go for the Eyes would also be a reliable pick, just to keep our defense up. I could also go Charge Battery, to be fair. I think ideally we want the Cool-Head and Sweeping Beam. That's probably for the best. Not ideal, but it'll have to do. Alright, it's this guy now. There we go. No reason to hesitate on the claw here. We're not taking damage, so we can ignore the leap here. We'll strike and dual cast twice. There we go. Alright, we suffer the debuff of Frailty and Vulnerable. Let's first draw out... I could either draw out Law or something else. If I draw out the Evoke, I can actually do quite a bit of damage, now I think about it. Let's do that. There we go. And there we go, get the kill. Alright, not bad. We get a skill potion, and let's see what else we get. We've got Beam Cell, Focus Strike, and Lightning Rod. I think this is going to be a Beam Cell angle, just to get vulnerable on an enemy, just in a pinch. And we get a Strawberry, so our HP is slowly escalating. That's nice. And then we've got this boy. The Clam is going to be an interesting one. Let's start with a Leap. We'll throw out a Beam Cell to weaken. Let's Sweeping Beam to get some card draw going. We didn't really get much out. I do not want to dual cast here, so we're just going to prioritize doing damage here. Well, I guess we can just evoke, why not? There we go. Gets 16 damage out for free. Never a bad thing. Alright. Alright, because of Frost, we're gonna get 2 block, but evoked it's 5. We'll apply Weak. We'll throw down a Claw. Let's see. What do we want to pull, if anything? I guess pulling a Cool-Headed would give us more block. This would give us 3. If we draw a normal defend, that actually works better for us, I think. Yeah, let's get a normal defend out. And strike. There we go. Just get enough defend to block. That's good enough. Alright, he's gonna power up, it seems. Casually block there, there we go. Alright, he's buffed up his strength, that's gonna be nasty. Let's see what I get from this. Did I miss out on a chance? Hold on. Well, that's annoying. Oh, well at least I did enough to kill. That was weird. It seems like I couldn't check my cards. Okay. I think we go for Cold Snap here. Let's lean into the Frost aspect of things. That way, Frost will basically perpetuate our defenses, whereas we prioritize in normal attacks. I think we're good on HP, so we can just level something else up. Let's see. We're gonna level up Cool-Headed, so that way we draw 2 cards, I think? Either that, or we increase the power of Claw, and just lean into that. Bugger it, let's lean into Claw. Why not? Let's do a funny Claw deck. See if we get lucky with it. Okay. Normal enemies drop an additional card reward. Upon pickup, enchant an attack with momentum 5. Increase the card's attack damage by 5 this combat when played. At the start of each combat, gain 8 vigor. Let's not get the prayer wheel. I'm gonna go with the Akabeko and the Punch Dagger, and I want to specifically aim for the Claw, maybe? Yeah, increase the damage of all Claw cards by 3 this combat, but increase this card's damage by 5 this combat. It's gonna be a 1 Claw deck, but it's gonna be a powerful 1 Claw deck. Okay, so we got something going, and I guess removal would be smart. We can't remove the greed, unfortunately, so that is a bit of a bummer. But I think this is one of those angles where we get rid of a strike. And is there anything else we want? First time you draw a status card. I guess this... Yeah, unplayable Eternal. Not be removed. Okay, so we just permanently have greed in our deck, which is fine. As long as we play around it, we should be fine. I think the only issue is obviously energy, but yeah. I guess we'll grab a weak potion while we're at it. That's probably the safe action. And we'll go from here. Alright, we got a very very unique build going for us. Let's do a dual cast. And then sweeping beam. There we go. So yeah, we've got our early game basically set up for the most part. Okay, so 2 defends. Do that to get some more card draw. Just block. There we go. Okay, so we got a weird but unique, powerful deck. Well, maybe not powerful, but very unique. Do this, so that way we can just nuke. And then we hologram to get the claw back, and then deal an additional 18 damage. Alright. And I think this is time that we start skipping cards. And I think at this point, I think we can take an elite. We do have the AoE for this, so it is very possible for this to work out. Let's first cool head here. There we go, we got the sweeping beam. We're gonna weaken you. Alright, we're going to take a little bit of damage, but that can't be helped. If we get another sweeping beam or two, then we should be able to quite cause a stir. Or cause quite the stir, I should say. But I digress. Alright, that's another sweeping beam. Alright, so 6 damage to all enemies. That's a good start. There we go. Get some card draw. And we'll... I guess if we take them out, that'd be 3 less damage, but I don't think that's the wise choice, so... We're just gonna double block here. Play it safe. Get 12 block. It's not best, but it's gonna be good enough. And now we just gotta sweep these guys with another beam. Hello, hello. Okay, let's start by... Yeah, let's prioritize you. Hologram into... It's either we hologram into an AoE, where we can use Sweeping Beam, or we claw. I think we claw here. Get the guaranteed kill here, and then double block here, so that way we block all of the damage. There we go. Yep, they stood no chance. And perfect. Sweeping Beam here. We can kill the one doing damage. Take you out, and strike. There we go. Whenever you use a potion, gains 3 strength this turn. Nice. What do we got? We've got Glacier, Hotfix, and Beam Cell. Channeling 2 Frost is actually pretty good, so we will probably take Glacier here. Effectively think it as taking a 10 block card, but two of the 4 block persists. So that's a good defensive card for us. I think with HP of 54, we can handle this boss in particular, so I am going to Smith here. As for what we go with... I would rely on hologram, but it just pulls the card. I guess cool-headed probably be the way. Either that or zap. If I make an enemy vulnerable for a few rounds, that could increase our damage output, so Beam Cell might be the play. But no, let's start with Cool-Headed, just to get the card draw going. Alright, let's do this. I don't know if this build is going to be any good, but who knows, right? We will have to give up the Akebo. But I can do a quick Beam Cell into another attack here. There we go. And when he does start attacking, I can huck in a weak potion. Which he is. Okay, let's throw the weak potion there. Alright. Let's just dual cast here. Get rid of the beacon, and go from there. Play it safe. Ah, perfect, the claw. If I'm willing to take 3 damage, I can Cold Snap here, which is actually better. This will give us 2 block, which will allow us to take 3 damage, but it's fine. I think this is better for us. Okay, let's do Cool-Headed. Channel some more Frost. Let's do... Let's just do Glacier here, right? Well, no, that's probably not the smartest move. Let's get rid of you. And then Strike here. Probably a smarter choice. Alright, he is now intangible, so any attack we do attempt here, not gonna work. Let's just apply weak here. No need to dual cast when he's not going to take damage. Okay, he's applied a vulnerable on me, which is not good. We can now apply this. Get rid of the beacon. Strike. No point but to use defend. He really is trying to ruin my day, huh? Do Sweeping Beam first. Yeah, we're gonna have to take some damage. Ah, well. At least he's nearly dead. Hey, the claw. Perfect. Do a claw here. I guess we can Glacier here. Where's Leap better? We do need to get rid of Beacon, that's a given. If we do Leap, we can actually do a Strike, so that's more damage output. There we go. Getting a lot of Beacons, though, which is a concern. Just get rid of those. Alright, we're now getting 6 block a turn thanks to Frost. But if we ever evoke, we can basically get a whole bunch of block. Alright, well, good time to do so. There we go. I might as well just do that. There we go. Well, at least he's nearly gone. Just need to really whittle down the enemy here. Okay. That's for free. Back in. Back in. Bend. Can't really use the Glacier here. A bit too costly for us. And we seriously need to start doing enough. Alright. Alright, that's just gonna have to be enough, and then we should be able to get the kill. 4 damage, that's all we need. There we go. Done. Took a bit, but we managed to do the first boss rather quickly, so that's good. Get 100 gold for our trouble, and a rare card. The first card you play each turn is played an extra time. Channel Lightning, equal to the lightning already channeled this combat. Or, whenever you create a status card, channel 1 random orb. We do not create status cards. We do not channel lightning as much, but we do repeat certain cards. So we actually want Echo Form here, just to lead into the claw. So whenever we draw a claw, that is the first thing that we do. As for what we've got here, it seems like we've got the crab, so we're going to have a lot of directional-based combat going for us. Alright. Puppet, puppet, all the way up here. Take these, take that. Take. Alright, Enchanted Skill with Imbued. This card is played automatically at the start of each combat. So I could, in theory, play whatever I want for free. So I could just get rid of the card cost from Echo Form and just play it immediately. I could reroll each card reward once, or I can replace the Cracked Core with Infused Core. And to start with each combat, channel 3 Lightning. Given my build, I'm actually going to go with... Oh, it's specifically a skill. Right. Okay, so it's not a power, it's a skill specifically. So I could channel Glacier immediately. Okay, that makes it a little less as appealing. Although I could just focus on Hologram and put a card from our discard pile into your hand. But that wouldn't actually draw the claw, would it? Cool-Headed would allow us to draw 2 cards for free and channel 1 Frost, though. I don't know. Very interesting situation, huh? Glacier would probably be the safest choice. But then again, I don't think that's right. I think we're going to go with the Touch of Orbis. Replace the Cracked Core with the Infused Orb. Just to have 3 lightning starting out wouldn't hurt. It's just extra damage, if anything. And anytime we don't need it, we can just channel it out. As for where we go from here... we want to take up this shop, probably. Or we take up a whole bunch of campfires. You know what? That's probably where I'm going to go. I'm going to go right here. Or left, rather. We're going to go all the way up to this campfire, get to the chest, go to another campfire, to this minion, to another campfire, and we'll just decide whether we can take the elite, or we have enough gold to get to another shop, before we decide going down to here. Yes, I could take another path, but the campfires are really hard to pass up, because they'll upgrade cards, obviously. But yeah, we'll play it safe. Alright. Let's apply... vulnerable to you. Let's go for weak for you. I won't be able to block everything, but I can at least do that and do the double defend here. I wasn't able to deal with him with one of the lightnings, but that can't be helped. Alrighty. Let's do a sweeping beam here. Okay. If we hologram, we could reduce the damage. Probably best. We'll hologram into go for the eyes again. There we go. Get that weak. It won't stop him, but we can at least deflect some of it. Hello. There we go. And what do we got? 11 block, channel 1 dark. Dark. When evoked, deals damage to the enemy with the least HP. Increases damage every turn. It's a nice block card, but not part of our build, so ignore it. Ah, Echo Form. Lovely. Oh, it's exhausted if I leave it, huh? So I either take the damage, or I go ham with it. I take the damage, it's fine. I'll just have to deal with it. It's gonna hurt, but it's fine. Okay. And you know what? Bring out dual cast again. And throw in a defend. There we go. Does mean that our vigor is going to be in a bit of a pickle, but that's fine. We do this. And yeah, we play it twice because of Echo Form. Shuffle all your cards into your draw pile. Draw 5. Nice. What else we got? Whenever we play a power, channel 1 lightning. Okay. The only power we got is Echo Form, so it wouldn't really help, but it would be funny to grab. We don't lead into lightning enough to warrant it, so we're not going to grab it. I'm sure it would be fun, but no. Okay, game, I guess you really just want me to scale up a Claw, but I don't think we can do that. We need a Transformer card, I think. As it stands, Glacier is being the weakest link for us, I think. So we're actually going to get rid of that. Although, there is no reason to keep the strikes in, so we're just going to cycle that to something else. We got Boost Away, which is a safety card, but it's not a good one, personally. Okay, Echo Form into Beam Cell, into Dual Cast. There we go. Alright, go for the eyes. There we go. if we leap, Cold Snap, and we hologram into... Go for the eyes. We do that, there we go. Okay. Take some damage, but it's fine. Alright, we... Channel Frost, draw 2 cards. There we go. Well, we technically draw 2. There we go, that's our defense going. Hey, Claw, perfect. And just in case we do that, just to get some defense going. There we go. Let's channel some Frost. There we go. Yeah, I guess we do this. Why not? There we go. We get 16 block. We take some damage, but we block most of it, so that's good. But yeah, no, the Frost is definitely the initial gain here. Okay, there we go. Okay, he's buffing. That's not good. Dual cast would allow us to evoke Frost twice, which would give us 10 block. Yeah, let's dual cast here. And yeah, no, that gives us 20 block. We do that into Cold Snap, into Leap, and that should be enough. And assuming we get lucky, we can deal with the Paraflight with the lightning. Do that. And there we go. Double Claw. Nice. So it is working as intended. Shatter would be funny, but I don't think it's the right play. Uproar could be funny, because it would play a random attack from our draw pile, and we do have a few attacks. Like Sweeping Beam, Claw, Go for the Eyes, and a few strikes that we can get rid of. We just don't have the energy to really reliably use it, huh? I could do it. You know what? Let's play into it. I'm very intrigued by it. Enough, anyways. Okay, we can resist, remove 2 cards from our deck and add normality to our deck, or we can enchant a card with perfect fit. Whenever this would be shuffled into your draw pile, place it on the top instead. I mean... Claw would be nice, but again, it's not something we can actually pull off, can we? What would be good if we were to do that? I guess Hologram? Because that way we can just pull out a Claw from our deck. Oh, well actually no, it doesn't work that way. Damn. We're going to resist. We're going to take out the final 2 strikes from our deck. So that way we don't have to worry about the crazy of it. I'm not going to be reading events because, meh. Reduce the cost of all cards in your hand to 1 this turn and exhaust. Remove 1 card from your deck, or not enough gold. Move 1 card from your deck. I mean, we could just immediately remove the normality. But, I mean, we will be technically going into a shop, which would save us the elite fight. I think the Enlightenment is the safe choice. It just reduces cost of all cards in our hand, which is way better. We'll take the Campfire to upgrade. If we upgrade this, it lasts all combat, which is really nice. Either that, or I go with Echo Form. Yeah, let's go with Enlightenment. That's just better. So we have 1 card that's now going to reduce all of our cost of our cards. Whenever you play a power, a random card in your hand is free to play that turn. That is nice. That's another addition to our deck. Cool. We are going to immediately Smith. We're going to focus on Enlightenment here again. That way we reduce our cards even more. So yeah, we've got something going for us. Alright. Fly Vulnerable. Sweeping Beam. Cold Snap. Hologram into Beam Cell. Here we are. Whenever you play a card, lose 1 strength and dexterity this turn. Ooh, that's not nice. Let's just do that. There we go. What? Huh. Maybe I'm not reading it correctly. Oh, damn. Okay, I missed out on that. Rip. Well, rip my Echo Form, I guess. Oh, reduce cost of all cards in your hand to 1. I see. That's the mistake on my part, then. That was a mistake. I chose the wrong cards. My bad. Alright. Claw. Oh, Uproar. There we go. There we go. Get the kill. Nice. Alrighty. Uproar, Focus Strike, or Lightning Rod. I think we leave it at B. Alright, next Campfire here. We will Smith. I think for preservation's sake, we should definitely focus on getting Echo Form fine. There we go. Go to the next fight. Hello, it's you guys. Okay. Hmm. If I do this, I increase the damage by 15. But I need to play this first regardless. Let's take you out, because you're the weakest link. We will defend here, and weaken you, I guess. Not ideal, but we'll still, you know, survive. Okay. Do I drink that? No, I should save it. Not ideal, but it's better than, we'll just have to heal at the next campsite and just pray that we are fine. Pull in a sweeping beam here, there we go. Throw in another claw. At least we keep the Echo form if we roll it. Now we can do this to reduce the cost here. There we go. Alright, Shadow Shield plus Hologram or White Noise. I'm going to go with another Hologram, because that will give us more chances to draw claws into our deck. Or the claw, I should say. And what do we get? Whenever you shuffle your draw pile, draw a card. Am I willing to keep the normalcy, though? Not really. Let's get rid of the normalcy. Just period, straight up. Yeah, this needs to go. And do we want anything else? Not really. Hotfix would be tempting, but no. Yeah, our deck's a bit interesting in that regard. Let's leave it at those for now. Let's get a heal in, and we'll go from there. Alright, we've got 42 HP. Hopefully that's enough to take on the Clawman here. Okay, Echo form almost immediately. Yeah, let's do it. Drink a skill potion here. Gain 1 slot orb. Draw 1 card, increase this card's cost by 1. That's probably good. Let's shuffle this. That way we can apply weak on you specifically. And there we go. Take a bit of damage, but we'll be fine. We just need to make sure we target one every single turn. Okay. Oh, perfect. Enlightenment. Hey-ho! Let's throw in a go for the eyes again. There we go. Okay, let's throw in a... Where is it? Go for the eyes again. Alrighty. Ah, now it's you. Do sweeping beam here. Perfect. Get a claw that scales. And we've got a choice between channeling lightning to get more block by 5 or just go with a 6 block. I think the 6 block is literally all I can do here. I suppose I could have used the speed potion, but whatever. My mistake. I'm probably going to lose this bout here, because this run hasn't been especially strong. Yeah, not looking hopeful on the combat side of things. Okay. I'm doing something right, I guess. It's a very weird situation here. Alright, well, I might go down here. We'll see. Nope, 1 HP. That's 10. So I'd have 15, which is just barely not enough. But I could do Uproar here and get some more damage output in. And then I'd use Boost Away here, just to give myself a bit more block. Okay. We're very heavy on the Frost path, I guess. And we're probably going to die here. Unless I can weaken him. There we go. Glaciered up. Hey, Claw. Defend. And that brings me up to 27 block, just barely. We are barely surviving here. Let's double evoke, so that way we get 20 block almost immediately. Okay. We're probably gonna die, though. I'm feeling. We did get another claw here, so that's going to be 36. By sweeping beam here, that's going to be enough. There we go. Get the kill here. But, right. That is, unfortunately not enough. Damn. GG. That was close. But, yeah. Let's do that again. At least we got an epoch out of it, so... Alright. In regards to epochs specifically, what I'm going to do is I'm going to save the epochs for the end of a successful run. So if I get a successful run, well, if I get an unsuccessful run, I will do the epochs after the run, just so you guys aren't missing out on more. But I digress. The Architect. Too many beasts of imagination began to populate Prion. Things aren't simple and fun anymore. Creatures didn't make sense. The monsters don't follow logic. Maybe there's a need to be one which can create, destroy, and control this mess. An entity with its own imagination and will. Let's imagine such a being. We get Eternal Armor, Jackpot, and Prep Time. Nice. From there, we get Tricks. Dia resurrected a defective construct. No simple feat even for the ancient. Construct. What you lost. Your creator. Abandoned. Hides at the top. The Defect thanks Niao and heads to the top seeking answers. We get Loop, Null, and Consuming Shadow. At the start of your turn, trigger the passive ability of your rightmost orb. Deal 10 damage, apply 2 weak, channel 1 dark, and channel 2 dark. At the end of your turn, evoke the leftmost orb. Alright. Let's do another run. We have now finally unlocked random, which just allows us to do random characters every single time. But ideally, I want to try and get a win at least once within all these. So yeah, here we go. We can either obtain a random rare card, upon pickup gain 150 gold, or transform one of your strikes in defense at the cost of 10 max HP. Let's see what we got here. Okay, we've got the Stag, it seems. For our routes, ideally I want to try to prioritize as much campfires as possible, so here's what we're going to do. I think we're going to go this way. And we will risk the elite here. But we are going to immediately go into a campfire here. Into another elite. And I guess another campfire into another elite, into another campfire, and into the end here. So we'll have a lot of elites this run, I'm thinking. So we're going to need a very strong set of cards. I think we're going to have to go for the rare card, because the gold isn't going to be enough to carry us. And while I do like the Leafy Poultice, which will transform 2 of our cards, I don't know if that's going to be enough. I think we take the rare. At the start of your turn, channel 1 glass. Nice. Okay, so we're going to start channeling glass then. I think that's going to be the gimmick. Will be a glass deck. Alrighty, this will be interesting. Alright. Okay. I guess we'll see how well the glass does, because it's only going to do 4 damage to all enemies. And technically, there's only 1 enemy right now. So this will deal 8. There we go. Okay, Sunder, Hotfix, or Refract. Deal 9 damage twice, channel 2 glass. You know what? Let's go hard with the glass. Why not? I kind of want to see how far we can take it. There we go. Okay, so this is going to do 18 damage. That leaves this one with 10 HP. So ideally, we do refract here, and then we do... No, we do this to guarantee the kill here, right? Or better yet, we just guarantee the kill, and then just... Yeah, let's prioritize getting rid of this guy here. And then we'll just defend. There we go. It's not ideal, but it's better than nothing. And then we dual cast here. There we go. Done. Okay, so we got a weird build going. Starting off. Gain focus this turn. I do want to gain focus, but I prefer permanent focus if I can help it. Let's ignore those, because I'm prioritizing glass here. Okay. We can choose a starter card to transform into Peck, enchant a card with Slither, or choose one starter card to transform into Torque Toughness. Gain 5 block, but also gain 5 block at the start of the next 2 turns. It's basically just a better defend, isn't it? And that just randomizes cost, but we don't really need that, do we? Yeah, let's go with Torque Toughness. We're just going to replace the defend with it. It's basically a better defend. We just need to reduce the cost somehow, and it'll be even better than a defend. Alrighty. Now for you. Okay. I can either refract to gain 2 glass, or do something else. I think we prioritize the defense here. Yes, we'll take 2 damage, but it's a small price to pay just to get extra block for free turns. Do 2 attacks here, and then dual cast. Hey. Alright, now he's buffing. We can throw down the spinner and double strike. And we'll start dealing damage out, which will be nice. And hey, refract. There we go. Hey, Ball Lightning, Hotfix, or Compile Driver. You know what? I'm very tempted to take Hotfix. It might be the way to go. Yeah, let's take Hotfix. Alright, we take Campfire. We've got enough HP that I think we can confidently do whatever. Channel 1 glass. At the start of your turn, channel 1 glass. I think this is actually really good, so we're going to do that. That's just 2 glass just channeled immediately. We're going to take the Chosen Cheese this time. Why not? Keep our deck small. And this guy's actually probably one of the better targets to go for. Throw down a Zap, double cast, strike. There we go. Ah, we got infections. Not fun. Okay, that's 18 damage. Let's do Spinner here to channel 2 orbs. We'll do Torque Toughness. Let's drink this so that way we gain a bit more energy. So it's going to do 4 damage. So that's going to deal 8. So that's 16 topped with 12 damage. So let me calculate. That's 28 damage total. Well, no, that's 8 and then 12. So 8, 12, that is 20 paired with 18. That is 38, so that's just exactly enough. So if I hotfix for free here, and then refract here, end turn, and the glass will do the job for me. There we go. And the glass orbs will just clear out the enemies in bulk here, on top of that, so... Now all we gotta do is clear out the infections here. Here we go. Hey! Alright, skill potion. Planisphere. Whenever you enter a question mark room, heal 4 HP. That's exactly what we need. Subroutine. Perfect. Whenever you play a power, gain energy. Spinner is a power, so we will need that. So I guess, yeah, that's going to be our build. Subroutine in. I guess we go campfire here just to get some more. We'll smith. If we make subroutine free, that would probably be the smart choice. Refract, getting additional 6 damage with refract wouldn't hurt. I think this is a subroutine play. Making it free wouldn't hurt. No, we play it safe and take Torque Toughness. Upgrading that wouldn't hurt. As for here, we get Orichalcum. If we end our turn without block, gain 6 block. Perfect. If we ever run into a situation where we can't block, then we'll just have to utilize that. Okay, I guess we are refracting here. No. Well, yes, this does more damage. It's 18 damage versus 12 damage and 2 charges. Yeah, we do this. Not ideal, but it's better than nothing. And for this, we should probably get it right now. Lightning Rod. That'll just play it safe. It'll give us some more lightning channel, and it'll channel our glasses. Or glass real quick. It's not bad. There we go. Alright, we've nearly half-healthed them already, so that's nice. Okay. Subroutine. Hotfix. Double defend just to minimize the damage. Oof. Okay. Now we seriously gotta take him out. So this would do 9... Well, no, this would deal 16 damage with the refract. And then it deal 3, 4, 4. So let me quickly calculate that. So... that is 45 if I were to do exactly that. So it's very close to what I want. Unfortunately, it is not. So, what we need to actually do is play more defensive here. Not ideal, but we have to do it this way. Alrighty. And from here we channel. And then, yeah, we'll just have to make do with that. There we go. And next turn is basically over. There we go. Done. Took a bit of a beating, but that's fine. At the start of your second turn, gain 14 block. That's really nice. Deal 18 damage. Add a zero-cost copy of this card into your discard pile. First time you draw a saves card each turn, draw 2 cards. Nope. Alright, we've got a choice. We can either take on the elites, or we can avoid the elites. I think at this point we avoid the elites and go this way instead. Just a safer play. Alright. Nice. Out. I did not draw any block, but that's fine. Hey, got the kill on the slime. Nice. Now for you. Well, no reason to use... Yeah, no reason to not use Refract. Go for the eyes is just a safe choice. We'll grab that. Alright, I guess... Let's play it safe and heal here. We'll go to the shop here. Let's see, what do we got? Whenever you shuffle your draw pile, gain 6 block. Whenever you shuffle the draw pile, gain a card. Start each combat with 1 dex. Next power you play is played an additional time, but exhaust. That actually goes really hard, doesn't it? Finesse is nice, but it's not good enough. Is there anything I want to get rid of? I guess get rid of the strike. Yeah, let's get rid of a strike. And we will take the signal boost, I think. Oh, it's great. Deal 7 damage, draw 4 cards. Discard all cards drawn this way that do not cost 0. Okay, scrape is not good then. We'll go with signal boost. It just seems like the safe choice. Any potions? I guess Swift Potion would be nice, but... Do I need it? Not really. Actually, what boss are we facing? Okay, yeah, we're facing the deer. No, we don't need it. We take this in stride. You know, this is exactly what I needed, so here we go. Double down on the spinner. Now we draw 2 glass at the end of the turn. We then dual cast here. Go for the eyes. Not that it really matters, but hey, it's fine. Hey, refract. There we go. Okay, so we got something weird going. I don't need AoE, so sweeping beam is kind of useless here. I don't need these, so we skip those. Alright, I think this is an instance where we actually want a smith here. And we're actually going to upgrade Refract, because that's going to be our damaging card. Alright, let's go after this. Let's see what we get. They're going to buff up, as predicted. We'll just zap it up. Go for the eyes. Dual cast, because no reason to not damage. Alright, let's see what we get. Okay, 18 damage starting out, as expected. Whenever you play power, gain energy. Let's see what else we get. We got Refract and Torque Toughness. This is only going to apply once, because we only got one power, so... Let's actually... Let's play it safe and do Torque Toughness. That's going to give us enough block here. And then we will set up Subroutine first. We'll save Signal Boost for later. Okay, he's going to start doing more. Not going to be fun. But we did manage to get Signal Boost almost immediately, so that's nice. We'll Hotfix, Signal Boost, Spinner. Here we go. Throw in a Defend, throw in a Strike, end our turn. Alright. Take some damage, that's fine. We're gonna really whittle him down now. Alright. Go for the eyes, just weaken him. And you know what? I'm really tempted to do this, so let's do it. Hey! The ridiculous channel comes in. Alrighty. Okay, so we got something going. Something weird, but something powerful. You can only play one card this turn. You know what? Fine. Take it. Ow. So that's 612. I think that's actually a kill if we do it this way. So yeah, there we go. Nice. Alright, so we've got something going. It's a weird one, but it's a build. Okay. Gain 1 orb slot, draw 1 card, increase the guard's cost by 1, or defragment, gain 1 focus. This has a lot of scaling potential. This just increases our damage by 1 point for each time we apply it. If we upgrade it, we get defragment plus, which is nice. Modded would allow us to draw 2 cards, which is good. Shatter would evoke all of our orbs. This would do a lot more, I think, because it would basically escalate the... it would increase the amount of glass balls we have. No, let's go with defragment. That's just more damage output. Well, upgraded damage output, I should say. Alright, let's first go into Ouroboros here. Let's see what we get. We immediately get the infused orb again, but I don't... For this deck, no. Absolutely not. See 15 cards from the Silence. Choose any number of them to add to your deck. Okay. At the start of each combat, add 1 luminescence into your hand, which gives us 2 energy and exhausts. And it's a retain, no less. In a pinch, this would actually help solve our problems with the issues of energy, because we do suffer a little bit of energy issue because of Refract Plus, even though it does a lot of damage. Venom Blast is equally as important, because it would allow for a lot of card draw, but I think we're going to go with the Radiant Pearl here. Alright, let's see, where do we want to go? Ideally we want to hit question marks, because the more questions we hit, the more healing we'll get. So as long as we play it safe in that regard, we should be fine. As for where we go from here, I think what we're going to do is we're going to go here to here to here. We'll go here, 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 to here. And from here, we go along here. And then we want to go here. And I guess just do all 3 question marks because we can. There we go. And if I want to ever deviate from that path, I could instead go this way along here. Because that's the only deviation I think we'd be okay with. Alternatively, I could go for an early shop, but I don't think I want to waste my money until we get to the next shop here. This route seems a little safer anyways. Well, no, I guess it isn't really safer. This just... Yeah, I guess it really depends on whether we want to go to the shop or not here, so... It'd be between those two, huh? I think we go this way, regardless. Let's signal boost into the fragment here. Get 2 casts of focus here. That increases the effectiveness of orbs by 2. And I guess I might as well luminescence here. Taurik toughness into dual cast. There we go. Okay, he's taken my subroutine, which is a little nasty. Could be worse though. Alright, well, let's just refract here. There we go. Down to 16, as expected. Alright. Yep. Alright, we got a strong build. Let's see, what do we got here? What else? Capacitor. An amazing power to have. We're going to take that immediately. That's just going to solve all of our problems when it comes to capacity. That's just going to make us do a lot more damage anyways, so that's nice. Okay. Let's do subroutine into defragment here, because this will give us energy. And then we can do the auric toughness. And I guess we can do luminescence into zap and dual cast. Why not? There we go. Take some damage, but that's fine. We take nibbles at the beginning, but then we nuke at the end. Alright. Signal boost into spinner. And let's see, that's 7... That's 14 damage, ultimately. So if we get rid of, Alright, so... 6, that'll be brought down to... Yeah, so that's 14 damage, ultimately, with a lightning evoke. I mean, it doesn't matter, because they're going to take damage anyways, so... Yeah, there you go. We've got enough block that we'll be fine on the second round. There you go. And even the lightning comes in. Lucky Tonic gives us buffer, which is nice. We don't need a claw for this round, so we're just going to leave it be. And off we go to the next one. We can choose 1 to 5 random cards to add to our deck, or we can get a colorless card. You know what? Let's go with shared knowledge. Let's see. Transform all status cards in your hand into fuel. This could save us in a certain pinch, I suppose. This would just... Yeah, this would actually get rid of the exhaust component and allow us to draw discarded cards from our hands. This would actually allow us to pull Hotfix or Torque Toughness, for example, which could actually go really hard for defense. Or we could just transform all status cards into fuel. I think we go for Compact here. It's just a safe prep choice, if anything. And we heal up, and we're dealing with these guys again. Lovely. Okay. Let's hotfix this turn. We are going to refract here. Luminescence into Torque Toughness here. There we go. Just an initial start just to help us kick things off. Getting a lot of combats, which is not exactly what I want, but hey, we can only do so much. Let's focus on damage. Focus on this one, because he's going to go next. Okay, and more days. Not a fan of that, but hey, we'll be getting rid of most of them now. Let's subroutine here into Signal Boost, into Spinner. We double down and get 2 energy back, I believe. There we go. Get a kill here. Compact, just because we can. And, yep, the glass is doing its damage. Alright, defragment. There we go. Get some more energy. Let's, zap. Dual cast. Defend. And, yeah, there we go. Ooh, we got a fruit juice. That could actually go really well. Alright, let's put that there. And we got 5 max HP in a pinch. Let's see. Hailstorm would have been nice had we gotten it, but we didn't. Beam Cell is kind of useless for us, as is Null. So we'll just skip those. Alright, let's see what we can forge here. Let's upgrade Defragment. That's just going to give us more focus to benefit from. That's hard not to grab. We'll take out these enemies lickety-split, and we'll go from there. Alright, we actually managed to get really lucky here. Let's do this. We are going to prioritize you. And then, let's see, that's going to do 12 damage. I guess we drink this just to play it safe, and there. Yeah, that'll have to do. At least we took down that one, so that's good. And then that just leaves this guy, which we can easily take down. Alright. He's going to take a block, and then we just focus on down the Slumbering Beetle, who's going to come up and cause a ruckus. Alrighty. Capacitor. Zap. Dual cast. Hacked. I missed out on the signal boost. That's a mistake on my part, but whatever. Better that we get the block out. Weaken. Defrag. Torque toughness into compact. And the rest of the orb will do its work. Alrighty. There we go. Done. Alright. Charge battery. Gain 7 block. Next turn gain energy. Getting more energy wouldn't hurt. It's slightly better than our normal blocks anyways, so that might be the play. Deal 12 damage. Next power you play costs 0. No, let's just go charge battery. It's a safe choice. Let's go for the elite. I'm confident we can actually deal with him now. Or this elite anyways. And we actually chose the perfect one to take out. Whether we'll be able to... Yeah, we won't be able to get much out of this one, though. Alright, let's play it safe. Hotfix, capacitor, defend, compact. That's just gonna have to be it. We'll save the luminescence for next turn. That's probably gonna go hard real quick. We'll take some damage, but that can't be helped. So, yeah. Take the hit. It's fine. Whenever you play a power, gain energy. Yep. Let's, defragment here. Zap. Charge. There we go. Take some hits, but we'll be able to nuke them really quick once we get our glass. Hey, the refract. We'll take out this boy here. There we go. Luminescent, into torque toughness and defend. There we go. That's one. These guys will be mowed down soon after. Alrighty. Alright, this guy's probably going to wake up, but that's fine. Because we're now going to start channeling ridiculous amounts of damage out. There we go. Done. Blessing the Forge and Mercury Hourglass. At the start of your turn, deal 3 damage to all enemies. Okay. Voltaic is useless to us, even though it's nice. Another charged battery wouldn't hurt. That's just better block. Let's see what we get. Plating. That is good survival early game. That's perfect for us, what we're doing. Let's see, what do we got on the map? We just need to survive this elite, then we get 2 other campfires, so we're going to rest, play it safe. And then we'll take out this one. Alright, this guy ain't that bad. Let's just do this. There we go, make him weak. Torque toughness, charge battery, defend. Keep the luminescence just for safety. Yeah, this elite ain't that bad. We can do this. Okay. Let's capacitor it up. Compactor. Let's dual cast here. Strike. Strike. And we get 30 block. Nice. Oh, right. Second round because of Horn Cleat. Alright, we signal boost here, I think. Yeah, signal boost into spinner, so we channel 2 glass every turn. We then defragment here, throw in a luminescence for charge battery and zap. We're going to take quite a bit of damage, but that's fine. We'll channel 2 orbs anyway, so it's fine. Hey, let's throw down Pop Fix here. Let's refract here. And we'll just do a whole bunch of damage. Here we go. Hey. Alright, go for the eyes to reduce the damage. Dual cast. Double defend, attack, and way waste. Or lay waste, rather. Alright, there we go. We got a block potion. It's not as good as anything else, so we'll just ignore it. Upon pickup, upgrade 2 random attacks. We haven't got many attacks, do we? Aside from go for the eyes. Practice an attack. What else is? I guess the strike is going to be upgraded. Yeah, strike and go for the eyes. Lucky. Nice. I guess I could have gone for these, but no. Charge battery, we only need 2, so we're just going to leave that. We'll go for the upgrade here. We should be comfortable upgrading. Let's upgrade one of our charge battery. Well, do we? It gives us more block, which is what we're kind of lacking. Yeah, let's go charge battery. Let's play it safe. The more block we have, the better. Ah, it's this boy. He's going to be a pain. Okay, let's signal boost into spinner almost immediately here. And I guess I'll throw a strike in. In turn. Okay, he's going to be a pain, because he's going to make it so our... Well, we don't even attack that much, do we? Yeah, we really don't. But we do need buffers for defense. So let's start with Fork Toughness. Charge battery? Yeah, charge battery into Luminescence. That way we can get Dual Cast off, and then Subroutine off. There we go. He attacks, but we channel 2 glass and just nuke damage out. Well, I guess we're just going to do this. There we go. Throw in another attack. There we go. Get the kill. Okay, we're doing something right. Pile Driver would allow us to draw 2 cards because we do have Lightning on our deck, but not by much. Let's go to here, see what we get. Every time you play an attack, gain energy. If your HP is below 50% at the end of combat, heal 12. Upon pickup, choose an attack or skill in your deck to enchant with Royally Approved. This card has Innate and Retain. Start each combat with this card in your hand. Retained cards are not discarded at the end of turn. What would we want to be innate and retained? If anything. I don't think we do want that. Relentless. If your hand is empty, draw 2 cards and gain 2 energy. I mean, I guess I could get rid of something else, couldn't I? mean, getting rid of the strikes probably takes precedent. Yeah, let's remove a card here. We're going to remove a strike. Let's pick up the Royal Stamp here. And I think for safety's sake, we want to use Torque Toughness. Because maintaining that block is always going to be nice. And if we can... Well... It's either... it's torn between Torque Toughness... Well, yeah, no. Torque Toughness is probably best. So it starts in our hand every time, and it's always going to be present if we need it. It's just a safety card, so might as well lean into Torque Toughness being the best. Alright, I think that's basically all we need here. Yeah, let's get going. And it is you. Okay, you're going to be a pain. Let's play it safe and heal. I don't know how well this is going to go, but we'll just have to see. Alrighty. Let's start by drinking this to increase our max HP. Most of our cards here are upgraded already, so we don't need to do it again. Let's drink the buffer just to play it safe. I want to get to the third act at least this time. Alright, Torque Toughness to start things out. Give us a bit of energy to work with. Hot Fix for free. We'll Luminescence here just to get the energy. And we need to decide whether we're going to refract or not. I think extra damage wouldn't hurt. Why not? Just get all that damage out right now. Okay. Probably not the smartest to use the buffer there, but whatever. Oh, I should have used a strike. My bad. Oh well. I guess we're doing it that way. At least I got the block from Horn Cleat, you know, covering my butt. Alrighty. Let's see. Signal Boost is going to be necessary if we want to make this better for us. I'm going to save on Spinner, it seems. So we'll start with, or do we? We probably want, well, no, we do Defragment here. Charge Battery, and we can't really turn, so we just have to use Compact here. There we go. We'll prioritize that. There we go. Yeah, we can Frail, but we focus on you now. Thankfully, we got a weaken for this, so that way we don't take as much. We Signal Boost the Spinner here. I should have used Subroutine, but honestly, it wouldn't have changed much. And we just do this into Defend, and pray that's enough. We're going to take some damage, but that's fine. We're going to start channeling these Glass Orbs, and that's going to really do some damage. Torque Toughness into... I guess Charge Battery here. There we go. Not the smartest move, but hey, it's fine. We've got enough damage protection, we'll be fine. Okay, we strike here to minimize the damage, then we refract here. There we go. And there we go. That's one done. And now we just gotta nuke down the block here. Not that it matters, because we already channeled him to death. We'll just hot fix and refract here. There we go. Boss 2 has been dealt with. It seems like Glass is the way to go for us. Alright, so let's see. Shuffle all your cards in your draw pile, draw 4 cards, and exhaust. Super critical, gain 4 energy or 6 energy, and exhaust. Or we draw an additional card and we make it ignite. Energy will always be an issue because of refract. But at the same time, card draw is always going to be an issue because we need more cards in our deck. If we want to preserve our block, anyways. I'll take machine learning here. It may not seem like the smartest play, but honestly, I think it's for the best. And now we're on to Act 3. Let's first decide how we're going to maneuver here. I think we go here to here. And there's 2 directions we can go. I think we can go from here or from here. Let's see where else. If we go to the shop here, we can make this our last stop. And then go from here. Alternatively, we do a similar thing. But we go to a shop here, which is one earlier. Or we can play it crazy and go multiple question marks here. But if I'm not confident in dealing with the elites, I can just slip by and go around here instead. Really depends on how I'm feeling. Okay. I think we're gonna go... I think we skip this elite. That is going to be inevitable. And we'll go for the mystery path here. That way we can go here, then take on an elite, and then just go from there. We do miss out on a shop, though. So that is something that we'll have to be keeping in mind. Do I really want to miss out on a shop? I think I do. I don't need to buy anything else. We'll be good. Let's see what else we get. Construct. No weapons? Have this. Gain energy at the start of each turn. Powers cost 1 more energy. At the start of your turn, gain 7 block. Or add a whistle into your deck. Deal 33 damage, stun the enemy, and exhaust. That is kind of funny. Let's go with the Psy. At the start of your turn, gain 7 block. That's just reasonable enough that I think I can make it work. Do I really want to go 5 mysteries, though? You know what? I think I actually change my course and just go along here. And if I feel confident, I'll take an elite. If not, we'll go there. It's arguably less campfires. Well, it's fine. We've got our setup basically. Go for the eyes to weaken this boy. All right. Torque toughness. Impact is basically a cheaper version. Well, it's a better version of defend, so might as well use that. Don't really need to do anything here. Let's just play it safe. We're getting a lot of block, it seems. Well, I'm not complaining. Alright. What's that guy gonna do? Buff. He's gonna buff. Okay, so he's increasing his strength a little bit. Let's use luminescence here. Oh, right, we can signal boost machine learning, to be fair. Yeah, let's do that. There we go. Get some energy back here. Let's capacitor it up. Let's get rid of him. And then the AoE should do a lot. There we go. Wasn't able to get the kill on him, but hey. It's all good. Done. Okay, we've got Bulk Up, Compact, and Chill. Lose an orb, but gain 3 strength and dex. We do not really use removal of orbs much, so that's kind of pointless for us. It would be nice for dex, but that's about it. Alright, let's go for the mysteries here. Okay, we can enchant a card with Sharp, Nimble, or Swift. Increasing the damage of Refract wouldn't hurt. But also getting a power to draw 2 more cards would also be nice. But once the power is used up, it basically ends, so... You know what? Let's go with Nimble here. And I made a mistake, but we'll just throw it on Compact, because I have a weird feeling we're going to need that. We're just going to take it that way. Alright, it's these guys. These guys are pretty nasty when it comes to draining your HP. They can be a pain if you're not careful. Alright, let's just refract here. There we go, and this should just clear out these. There we go, we get the block, and there you go. Alrighty, nice. Let's strike you. Double defend just to play it safe. Not that I needed it, but hey, better play safe. Yeah. Alrighty, now it's just him. Done. At least our HP is doing well because of the cheese, so that's nice. Alright, we should be good. Let's go to the shop, see what we got. Upon pickup, enchant an attack with momentum 5. Whenever you enter shop, heal 15. We don't really need that. Capacitor is pretty nice, but honestly not necessary. Momentum would actually be pretty nice. Oh, 1 second. Give me a second, I need to check something real quick. Alright, I am now back. Let's get back into things. Okay. I could add random powers, but there's no need to. What would I increase her damage? What would I? You know what? Let's upgrade Refract, specifically. Scaling up our damage every time, and doing 5 more damage on top of it doing damage twice. That's hard to say no to. Alright, that's going to be our setup for the majority of the run now. Alright, let's see how things go. Oh, hey, Refract. What a time to come out. Alright, well, we don't need to block here, so we can easily and comfortably Luminescence here. We Spinner, Defrag, and I think we focus on the 2 guys in the back first. Start with this guy here. There we go. And the AoE from the Glass Orbs will do plenty. Alright, it's these guys now. Not a fan of the attack. We got 21, but we probably need a bit more block here. Let's evoke the rightmost orb twice. There we go. Oh, I should have used Hotfix, my bad. I'll throw an extra block here, and yeah, there you go. Not that it matters. Colorless Potion. Let's get rid of the Skill Potion, and we'll take the Colorless Potion. And let's see, we can channel a Ren Orb, channel Lightning, or I could channel Frost and draw 2 cards. Maybe play a power, channel 1 Lightning. I mean, it is another power we could play, and that would be funny to just add into it. You know what? Oddly enough, it would actually scale decently with Spinner, because we'd be rolling glass after lightning after glass. So yeah, let's actually take a Storm here. We only need 1, but it's 1 that's going to do a lot for us. Let's Smith. Innate. Start each combat with this card in your hand. This is probably a good starting card to have. So we'll have Machine Learning in our deck. Why not? Alright, let's keep going. Marvels. At the start of each combat, apply 1 vulnerable to all enemies. Nice. Okay. Enemies are going to be weaker then. Everybody's vulnerable. We will throw out Machine Learning just to have it set up. We didn't get lucky on our roll here. 14, we throw this out to get some more defend out. So 10, 14, that's 24, so we do want an extra block here. Just to play it safe. Oh, we actually get 7. We actually get blocked at the end of turn. Please forgot about that. Alright, let's hope we can get some actual AoE. Okay, I didn't get lucky on the AoE part. But Subroutine comes in, and then we can use that to gain more power. Play a Storm. Let's throw down Charge. Let's get power. Need this and this. And then dual cast. There we go. But now we'll get Spinner going, so that's good. It was a bit of a rough one, but whatever. Okay, we do 8 damage across the board. So I do 9 to somebody. We'll do 9 to you, I guess. That should get rid of one of you, at least. That's good. I'm gonna hurt quite a bit, but that's fine. We'll just take the L to our HP we've been gaining. Take you out. There we go. Done. What else we got? Another refract. We honestly don't need another refract. Beam cell, honestly, probably not to play. Actually, it would work well with refract, actually, so beam cell actually does help. Let's take the elite on. Why not? Alright, it's these guys. These guys are nasty. Okay. Let's drink the Blessing of the Forge to upgrade here. You know what? Let's Stigma Boost into Storm. Get 4 lightnings every time we channel. Gain some block here. Keep the upgraded luminescence and torque toughness for later. That's going to help. Alrighty. Now we really need to start throwing out powers like crazy. Okay. Torque toughness into luminescence. Throw in a hotfix just so we get more. Spinner. Let's beam cell you. Throw in capacitor here. Defend. There we go. Thankfully, we clear out our deck completely, and lightning goes haywire here. Alright. We no longer get upgrades, but that's fine. We subroutine here. There we go. Defragments. And go for the eyes. There we go. Alright. Well, the power of random has worked well in our favor. Every 3 turns, gain energy. Nice. And double energy. Ooh. Whenever you evoke lightning, deal 6 damage to each enemy hits. That is probably going to be something we take. More so than double energy, believe it or not. We actually don't need the energy. Let's smith it out. We can either evoke here, or we can upgrade the Storm. Upgrading Storm would probably be the best play for us. Because that would get us way more damage out. It's only when we get powers, but hey, still nice. Okay, so he's going to do a lot to us if we play powers, so we just have to be mindful of that. Okay, he's going to do 6 damage every single time. We will get 4 block here, so... We'll just throw out Spinner because we do need damage output, at least. We'll ignore the other 2. Ow. Now for you. Okay, you're doing a bit more. Okay, we want to defend, compact, hotfix, and we'll dual cast here. There we go. Nice. Apply weak. We'll play this because we have the shield to block it. Alright, so far so good. Hey, refract. Exactly what I wanted. There we go. Take a bit of damage, but that's fine. We'll be able to take him out at this point. There we go. GG. Get up to 95. We get a vulnerable potion that's good for when we do start using the power. Echo Form. First card you play each turn is played an extra time. That's pretty nice. We'll just grab that immediately. And you know what? Let's play it safe. We're just going to ignore the elites, and we'll just go for the combat here. I just want to play it safe. Machine learning. We'll focus on this boy here. Save our power here. Alrighty. Okay, we don't get much energy in the way. I think we... yeah, we first Luminescence here. That gives us 5 energy to work with. Do we refract here? It would do a lot of damage. No, if I do Echo Form here, then I can play this twice, couldn't I? Or I could play Charge Battery twice. I don't need a Charge Battery twice, but I can do Storm twice. Well, do I need to block? That's 12, 15, that's 27. So I can just dual cast here and be fine. But I want to use Charge Battery because it will give us more energy next turn. So now that we've used that power, we actually... well, yeah, now that we used Echo Form, we can double down on everything. So we could hotfix double down here if we wanted. Let's double Thunder here. There we go. There we go. Thunder gets channeled even further. We Capacitor here. Hotfix into Charge Battery and Compact. Here we go. Thunder goes hard now. And we effectively, with the Echo Form, double everything to a degree. Alrighty. Let's Signal Boost first. That way we double down on it. Then we do this. There we go. Then Subroutine. There we go. And we get Distilled Chaos. Play the top 3 cards of your deck. Nice. Okay. And... yeah, we don't need Hailstorm, don't need Sunder, don't need Bulk Up. Alrighty. Last Campfire, we're perfectly fine on HP. I think this is a time for upgrades. And all we really need to do is just upgrade Echo Form so it doesn't disintegrate on us. So that way, even if we don't have to worry about it, it's better. Okay, this guy. He's a nasty little fella, where whenever we play a skill, he's going to gain strength. I think for our sake, we just need to get everything out as soon as possible. So do that. Let's drink this. There we go. There we go. We'll start with that. We should be able to take out this guy. But who knows? Alright. Hot fix here, that's going to get us more energy here. If we signal boost, we'll be able to channel Thunder, well, Spinner twice. Do exactly what we want. Spinner it up. Okay, throw down Thunder. And an attack. And we still got Luminescence, which is going to be good. Oh hey, Refract. Exactly what I needed. I'll just do that. There we go. Alright, we channel Storm here. And what we do here is we just charge battery for next turn. Alrighty. It's now round 2. He gets slightly stronger. Shuffle 1 wound into your discard pile each time you receive unblocked attack damage. So as long as we don't take damage, we're basically good. We will immediately use Echo Form here. I will Luminescence, just because I can. Drink this. And I'll down Discovery here. Let's go Creative AI. At the start of your turn, add a random power to your hands. Nice. We will take damage, but that's fine. Alright. We throw down the Spinner. For Toughness, charge, battery, and end turn. And then we throw the final potion just to get things ready for the next turn. And yeah, we just have to channel as much damage as we can into this boy. Not that it matters anymore, but still. Let's subroutine here. Oh, Refract. Charge battery, zap. We don't dual cast here, but we do defend. And yeah, so this guy now has, at the end of every other turn, he basically gets intangible, which is a bit of a nuisance, but we're going to do enough damage that it won't matter. Hey, iteration, nice. Let's just Refract again. There we go. And yeah, I guess that's the boss fight. And we just throw in a power, there we go. GG. GG, we finally got a win. Alrighty, let's go proceed. What are you doing here? Prepare you. Make me. You dealt 1,240 damage to the Architect. That wasn't enough. You still have dealt a total of 1,240 damage to the Architect. The Architect still stands despite taking 82,326,682,906 damage from all who faced him. That's a ridiculous number. But hey, that is our first win, and I'd say that is a wondrous win to have. The ancient trees are not all the same. Each individual tree is shaped by its surroundings. Some are stout, bushy. while others are gnarled and knotted. When fully mature, a manifestation of its immense power is born within an ancient. We get the Book of 5 Rings, where every 5 cards we add to our deck heal 15. Ice Cream allows us to conserve energy between turns. And Kusarigama, every time you play 3 attacks in a single turn, deals 6 damage to a random enemy. Nice. Those are relics that will help us in time. In the scrapyard, the Defect pondered its fate and purpose. Is being okay at a host of functions not desirable? Do we not all need to excel at distinct function? While processing these questions, hello, pops out another construct. Hello, Defect responds. My name is Flaw. We get to the data disk, which starts each combat with 1 focus. At the start of each combat, channel a dark. Or metronome. The first time you channel 7 orbs each combat, deal 30 damage to all enemies. So this would have been like a very good thing with our deck, but we didn't luck out on it, but I digress. Resolving bugs. Defect and Flaw fast became friends and exited the scrapyard. It was sad there. They returned to the Spire's mid-floors and are met with a massive bug infestation. The pair get to work in an attempt to reduce the bugs to a reasonable level. Potion that gives 2 focus, a potion that channels a dark for each of your orb slots, and a potion that gives you 2 orb slots. Nice. The Defect is still curious. It can change ascensions to make runs progressively harder. I will go over Ascension in a bit, but for now, the Daily. A being of immense power exercises his mastery of form and space one day, shifting the very nature of the Spire. You can now play Randomized Challenge once a day. And with that, I'm going to wrap it up here. We've managed to make a significant success after our first loss, but from now on, I'm probably only going to show the successful runs. We probably won't touch into the dailies for a while. I do want to at least get a full success with the roster. So we have completed Defect, so all we've got is the other 4 characters to get done. So next stream, we're probably going to be doing the Ironclad and getting a success with him. All other recordings will probably be scrapped except for the epochs. But that's just, how I'm going to run it. But I digress. I hope you guys enjoyed today's stream. I know I did. I'll see you guys next stream. Take care, everybody, and have a good day.